Welcome to English Vocabulary. Let's go straight to the list.
Pass in one's marble.
Let's try it in a sentence. I'm not going to pass in my marble just yet.
Pass away.
Example. She passed away in her sleep.
Pass.
For example, I was with him the night he passed. Another example. She passed away peacefully in her sleep.
Hand in one's dinner pail.
For instance, so when the only other occupant of his hotel, future film producer Chuck Mulville, hands in his dinner pail, Locke decides to switch places with a dead man and take over his life. Another example. Old Sid handed in his dinner pail over 25 years ago. Let's check another sentence. I am now very confused about whether, when the time comes to hand in my dinner pail, my estate's tax bill is going to be greater or smaller than if I were run over by the proverbial bus tomorrow.
Meet one's maker.
Let's try it in a sentence. But I do believe in God and I am not frightened to meet my maker after death. Let's check another sentence. Now do the rest of the world a favor and meet your maker. Let's check another sentence. In those days the retirement age was 55, after which a person could go home and prepare to meet his maker.
Depart this life.
For instance, he departed this life with a putrid liver. Another example. It is nice to see that the old traditions of praying for relations who have departed this life has survived in this modern age of cynicism.
Check out.
For example, that first weekend I almost checked out. The nurses didn't know if I was going to make it or not. Let's check another sentence. Julie, she said, this is it, I'm checking out.
Go to glory.
Be destroyed.
For instance, friends of mine of the same age are retiring, some have gone to glory. Another example. Some Christians prefer to call this final preservation, since it is God who keeps us through faith until we go to glory. Let's check another sentence. He has convinced them that they go to glory when, in fact, they have signed up for a life of privation, stress and certain death.
Go to one's reward.
For instance, another colleague who was in Drumcondra the same year as myself has gone to his reward.
Throw, or chuck a 7.
For example, old King David in the Bible was about to throw a 7. Another example. Will our boy survive, or is he about to throw a 7? Let's check another sentence. Since he threw a 7, the tributes have been pouring in.
Shuffle off this mortal coil.
Example. Years later, it still has an irresistible draw, and I believe that if my passion for it ever began to wane, it would be a sign that I was almost ready to shuffle off this mortal coil. Let's check another sentence. Now, some of this might be because the poor ass has shuffled off this mortal coil, but none of these guys tends to throw around superlatives for people who don't deserve it. Let's check another sentence. She should not have been allowed to shuffle off this mortal coil in pain, discomfort, humiliation and a fog of drugs.
Please feel free to comment on this list. We love to hear from you. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. By the way, the photos on this video are street photography of London, and don't directly represent the topics. You can find the photographer's Instagram in the description below. If you have any suggestion for the video graphics, Please let us know in the comments.